For decades, SaaS pricing was simple. Charge per user, charge per seat, charge per month. And it worked because it was predictable for customers and scalable for vendors. But this all changed in 2025. And right now, there's a massive shift happening from license-based pricing to outcome-based and usage-based pricing models. But here's the problem. Most companies are going to get this wrong. They're going to copy blindly on what's trendy instead of asking what actually fits their business. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to choose the right pricing strategy for your product, for your SaaS in 2026. First, let's talk about why this shift is even happening. 3 things changed. 1, customer expectations evolved. They start asking, why am I paying for 100 seats when only 30 people are using this thing? 2, product-led growth changed the game. Companies like Slack and Figma prove that you can grow faster by aligning pricing with actual usage. 3, AI is accelerating all of this. When your product can deliver outcomes without human seats, like an AI agent handling customer support tickets, the per-seat model breaks. So the market is moving towards pricing models that directly tie to value delivered, usage-based, consumption-based, outcome-based. But here's what I need you to understand. The best pricing model is the one that fuels your growth, not the one that feels most popular. And that's where most companies mess up. Let me tell you what happens when you copy without thinking. I mentioned that CEO earlier, the $50 million ARR company copied a competitor's usage-based pricing model, right? Within 6 months, customer acquisition costs went up by 60%. Churn increased from 8% to 14%. And sales cycles doubled because prospects couldn't predict their costs. So why did this happen? Because what works at scale might destroy a startup. Snowflake can do usage-based pricing because they have massive brand recognition. Their customers are practically data engineers who understand consumption metrics, and they built infrastructure to make billing transparent. But if you're a $20 million ARR company trying to gain market share and your customers can't predict their monthly bill, you've just added friction to every deal. This isn't theory. In our benchmark data across 400 companies, we see this pattern constantly. Context without expertise is aimless, and expertise without context is pointless. You need to understand your business, your customers, and your growth stage before you change your pricing model. So how do you actually decide if outcome or usage-based pricing is right for you? Here's the framework we use with clients. 3 questions. Question 1, how do your customers actually consume value? And this isn't about how you think they consume value. It's about their actual behavior. If you're a CRM, for example, and customers log in daily, manage hundreds of contacts, and the value scales with the team size, then you know what? Per seat might be right. But if you're a data platform where value comes from queries or insights generated, usage-based pricing can make a lot more sense. The key is, can your customers clearly connect their usage to the value they receive? Question 2, what's your sales motion? If you have a high-touch enterprise sales team closing 6-figure deals, you can handle complex pricing. You can educate buyers, model scenarios, negotiate custom terms, things like that. But if you're product-led growth with a self-service motion, your pricing needs to be dead simple. If a prospect can understand their cost in 30 seconds or less, you've lost them and you lost the deal. This is where I see the biggest disconnect. Companies with PLG motions trying to implement enterprise-style consumption pricing. It kills conversion every time. Question 3, what's your growth stage and strategy? Are you optimizing for land and expand? Then you want low friction up front, maybe a generous free tier or a simple starter package, and then you monetize through expansion. Or are you trying to maximize deal size up front? Then you need packaging that captures value early, even if it's a little more complex. At Vista, we saw this repeatedly. The pricing model that works for a Series B company trying to prove product market fit is completely different from a $100 million ARR company optimizing for profitability pre-IPO. Totally different. There's no one-size-fits-all answer, and that's exactly the point. Okay, now let's talk about why this matters at the board level, because this isn't just a pricing conversation, it's a strategy conversation. When I talk to CEOs and CFOs, here's what they're worried about. If we change our pricing model, will we tank our ARR growth? How do we communicate this to our existing customers without causing churn? And what does this mean for our valuation multiple? These are the right questions, because pricing is the ultimate expression of your business strategy. It's how you tell the market who you are. Here's what I tell boards. Pricing deserves more than just copycatting and guesswork. The companies that get this right, the ones that treat pricing as a strategic function, that tests before they launch, and build internal capabilities to adapt over time. They're the ones that defend premium prices and premium valuations. The ones that just copy competitors and hope for the best, those are the ones that become cautionary tales. Back at Vista, one of the things we did across all portfolio companies was bring pricing rigor. Not just what should we charge, but how does this pricing support our growth thesis? How does it position us for exit? And what's the level of thinking required here? Okay, so you're thinking about making a pricing change. Here's how to actually do it without blowing things up. Step 1, pressure test your assumptions. Don't guess. Talk to customers, run surveys, understand their willingness to pay, and how they perceive value. We do this in our pricing design program. We collect customer behavior data, usage data, and pricing feedback before we design anything. Step 2, model the impact. Before you launch, model what happens to your ARR, your expansion revenue, and your churn. We build revenue impact models for clients that show, hey, if we're moving to this pricing model, here's the expected change in key metrics over 12 months. Step 3, test before you scale. Don't roll out your entire customer base on day 1. Test new customers first, or just run a pilot with a segment, a cohort. The goal is to reduce risk. Learn fast, iterate, and then scale. This is our 3-phased approach. Discover the value drivers, design the model with your team, and deliver with confidence through testing and training. The companies that do this well, they see results in weeks, not quarters, and they build an internal capability that they keep adapting as their business and their product evolves. Here's the bottom line. The shift from license-based to outcome-based pricing is real. It's happening right now. And if you get it right, it's a massive growth lever. But you can't just copy what everyone else is doing. You need to understand your business, your customers, and your growth stage. If you want help thinking through this strategically, here's what to do. Read my book, Street Pricing. It walks through the frameworks that we use with clients to make these decisions. Link in the description. Or if you want to work with us directly, book a call with our team and we'll walk you through your specific situation and show what's possible for you. We've done this with over 400 companies, Postman, Kajabi, Calendly, and many others. 98% satisfaction rate, 15x average, year 1 ROI. We don't drop decks and disappear. We work in the trenches with your team, side by side, and we teach you to own your pricing long term. Remember, pricing is the ultimate expression of your business strategy. Make sure yours is telling the right story. Thanks for watching. I'm Marcos Rivera, and I'll see you at the next one.